The World Bank and the IMF did a financial ranking exercise a number of years ago. What they simply did is they first created a list of all countries based on the size of the economies, or what we call gross domestic product, or GDP. They then created a second list, and they ranked the world's largest companies based on revenue or on turnover. In the final stage, they combined these two lists together. That is, the countries and the companies. And they came to a top 100 list of both countries and companies with the most financial resources. Now here's the real insight. Of the top 100 list of the biggest national economies and the biggest companies, how many in the top 100 do you think were countries, and how many do you think were companies? At the time they first did this exercise, 51 were companies and 49 were countries. 51 companies, 49 countries. Today, if you had to repeat exactly that same exercise, 69 of them would be companies and only 31 would be countries. That's an incredible observation. What it's actively telling us is that multinational companies today frequently have more financial resources, more money to deploy than entire countries. What multinationals can do can frequently help you or hurt you much more than what your own democratically elected government can do. But how did these multinationals get so big, and how do we hold them accountable? What are the systems in place for ensuring that they behave responsibly and not in a manner that is predatory? That is the key question that the corporate governance module tries to answer. And that is really the great dilemma, because companies today frequently have far more financial resources than governments do, but the mechanisms and the systems in place to hold them accountable aren't as deep, aren't as developed, and aren't as wide.